All right, hello everyone. Today we'll be reading our second story in the Literature Anthology book. And the title of our story is The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud. Right? And it's a version it's a story from the Three Little Pigs that everyone knows. Okay, but in a different way. So the question that we've been discussing from yesterday's story was, what buildings do you know and what are they made of? As we said that there are different kinds of shelters. Shelters are different types of homes that keep us safe and protect us. Some people live in buildings in homes made out of wood. Others people live in buildings made out of stone and bricks. So there are different materials that people and even animals use to make their own shelter. All right. In our city, most of the homes or shelters that we live in are tall buildings, and inside there are apartments, and most of us live in apartments. All right. Today we will see where do those three little pigs live. Again, the title of the story: The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud, by Ellen Tarlow. She is the author. Illustrated by Pablo Bernasconi. He is the illustrator who drew the pictures for the story. Okay, let's start reading on page 28. Three pigs lived in a mud hut. So here the story begins by saying that three pigs, they lived in a hut, a small house or a small shelter made out of mud. So this hut is made, they used mud, this material, mud, to make this house or hut. Page 29. It is a mess, said pig 1. But pigs like a mess, said pig 2. Mud is fun, yelled pig 3. So here the little pigs are talking. Pig 1 says that it's a mess in their house or in their hut. Pig 2 said, but pigs like mess. They like everything all messy and dirty. And pig 3 said, mud is fun. He enjoys playing with the mud. 30. Get this, yelled pig 1. She tossed mud to pig 2. Mud is fun, yelled pig 3. So pig 1 throws or tosses some mud at pig 2. And pig 3 is so happy and excited and keeps shouting and yelling, saying, mud is fun. He enjoys playing with mud. Page 31. The bell rang. Little pigs, 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 let me in. So someone comes and knocks on their door. Okay, here you see Fox standing outside and he rings the bell. And he tells the pig, little pigs, 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 let me in. He's telling the pigs to let him in. Page 32. It is a big bad wolf, said pig 1. We cannot let you in, yelled the pigs. You will eat us up. So when the wolf rang the bell and told the pigs, let me in, pig 1 said, she told the other pigs, it is a big bad wolf. So the pigs yelled in a loud voice, we cannot let you in. You will eat us up. They know that if they let the wolf in, the wolf will try to eat them. That's why they told the wolf, we will not let you in because you will eat us. Page 33. Then I will huff and puff, the wolf yelled back. He huffed and huffed and huffed. He puffed, puffed, puffed. So the wolf, when he heard the pigs say, no, we will not let you in, the wolf started getting angry. So he told him, then I will huff and puff. Huff means to blow and puff, and blow and push. Okay? So he huffed and huffed, huffed. He puffed, puffed, puffed. He tried to blow to the wall. What do you think he tried to huff and puff for? To make the door go down. Page 34. Yuck, said the wolf. I cannot huff in the mud. I cannot puff in the mud. So when he started blowing, huffing and puffing, he said, yeah, yucky. I cannot huff and I cannot blow in the mud. I cannot puff in the mud. He thought it was yucky, it was dirty. Page 35. He rang the bell again. Pigs, 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 let me in, he yelled. We will not let you in, the pigs yelled back. So he got more angry. He got furious. He rang the bell again and he started yelling in a loud voice. He said, pigs, 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 let me in. He shouted at them, telling the pigs to let him in. But the pigs shouted back and said, we will not let you in. Page 36. Then I will kick, 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 said the wolf. He kicked, kicked, kicked. So he tried to huff and puff to make the hut go down, but then he said, yuck, I cannot blow in the mud. I cannot huff and puff in the mud. So he rang the bell again, and he yelled at them to scare them. He said, pigs, let me in. But the pigs said, no, we will not let you in. So he said, then I will kick. He will kick the house down. So what did the wolf start to do? He kicked the hut with his foot. Page 37. The hut fell down. The hut fell down into pieces. It collapsed. Yuck, said the wolf. I cannot look at this mud. So when the wolf started kicking the hut, the mud started to crumble and the hut collapsed. It fell down to the ground. And when he saw the hut, he said, yuck, I cannot look at this mud. The hut is full of mud. He thought it was yucky. He didn't like it. So here is the short of the story so far. In the beginning of the story, it starts with the three little pigs. Who are the three little pigs? Pig 1, pig 2, and pig 3. Okay, where are they? They are inside their muddy hut. What were they doing inside the hut? They were playing with mud. They were playing with the mud in the tub, and then they started tossing the mud to each other. While they were playing, who came? The wolf. Where was the wolf? The wolf was outside the hut. What did the wolf do? He rang the bell to tell them to let him in. Okay, so the wolf started getting angry, and he told the pigs to let him in, but the pigs said no. So the wolf got angry and he started to huff and puff. And then he said, no, I cannot huff and puff. I will kick the house. So the wolf started kicking the house until it falls down. When he goes inside, he sees a lot of mud. He did not like that. Okay, so when the wolf went inside the hut, he said, yuck, what is all this mud? You pigs are a big mess. Yes, yelled the pigs. Pigs like a big mess. So when he saw all the mud and the mess he says, you guys are messy. You pigs make a big mess inside your house. But the pigs said, yes, because we like mess and they enjoy playing with mud. They like playing with mud. Page 39. But I do not, yelled the wolf. I must get this mud off. Goodbye, pigs. So the wolf did not like all the mud inside the hut and did not like all the mud on his body. So he told him, I do not like mud. I have to clean myself. I have to get all of this mud out of my body. So he told the wolf goodbye and he ran away. So what did the pigs decide to do? They decided to make another hut. As you see here on page 40 and 41, they are starting to build another hut. But this time they will not use only mud. They will use different materials. Okay, let's see what materials they used. On page 40, let's make a hut, said pig 1. We could use bricks, said pig 2. We could use sticks, said pig 3. So pig 1 had an idea. She told them that we need a shelter to live in. So she told them, let's build or make a hut. So pig 2 said we will use bricks. Bricks are square, like blocks of stones, okay? These are the blocks of bricks. Pig 3 said we can use sticks. So these are the materials that they will use to build their new hut. They will use bricks, like square blocks made out of stone or something, okay, and they will use sticks. Page 40. We will use mud, said pig 1. Mud is good, said pig 2. Mud is fun, yelled pig 3. Yuck, said the wolf. Okay, so here they decided to build a new hut, and they said we can use bricks, and then pig 3 said we can use this, and we can use sticks. Pig 1 said we will use mud. Pig 2 likes mud. He thinks that mud is good. And pig 3 thinks mud is a lot of fun. But of course, wolf did not like it. He thought it was yucky. So he went away, staying away from the messy pigs. Okay, here is the rest of the chart for today's story. All right, so we said when the wolf started kicking the house, and then he entered. He went inside the mud hut. He started kicking until the hut falls, and then he goes inside. He sees a lot of mud. The wolf does not like the mud house. So he says he does not like the mud, and he leaves. Okay, this is before he is inside the mud hut, and then he decides to leave. At the end of the story, the pigs are outside and they're trying to build a new hut made out of mud. Okay, that's the end of today's story. All right, so we have characters, but the characters are animals. Who are they? They are 3 pigs. Pig 1, pig 2, pig 3. Who else? Wolf is the 4th character. Okay, and the setting we said is the place. The story begins with the 3 pigs inside their mud hut, and they're playing with mud. Then the wolf comes outside the door and rings the bell, telling the pigs to let him in. But the pigs said, no, if you come in, you will eat us. So the wolf tries to huff and puff and try to blow the house down. But the house did not blow down. And then he said, I cannot blow with mud. So the wolf started to kick the hut until the hut falls down. Okay, when something falls down like a hut, it collapses. So when the hut falls, the wolf goes inside and he sees a mess. He's like, yucky. The house is full of mud. He does not like mud, so he leaves. So now their house is broken, so the pigs decide to build a new hut made out of mud. All right. We also said that the genre of the story is fantasy. Okay, why is this story a fantasy? A fantasy is a made-up story with made-up characters, and the characters are animals, and the animals pretend or act like people. Okay, and the events can never happen. Of course, it can never happen. In a fantasy, things happen that never can happen in real life. We have pigs that live and talk and dress. Can pigs talk and dress and plan? No. What about wolves? Can wolves come and talk and do all of this? No. Okay, so in a fantasy, the story is not real. Let me find, I'm trying to find I did not write the genre this week. Okay, then I have to write it for you in the worksheet. A fantasy is a story that is not real, and the characters are also not real. The characters in a fantasy are sometimes animals, and the animals behave or act like real people, which can never happen in real life. You can never see animals talk or plan or build homes like ours, or even dress and wear clothes like us. Okay? So in a fantasy, the events can never happen in real life. The events that happen in a fantasy can never happen in real life. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you understand the genre. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay? See you guys in the next video.